Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our Insights and Innovation series for this wonderful Monday as we're starting to get a little bit warmer around Australia. Today, our wonderful guests are our partners, GWI, and we are privileged enough to have the great Dom, who normally resides anywhere around the world, but today he's in Australia, dialing in from what looks like his hotel room, and you may see him around town, or you might have a meeting with him as well. So Dom and also Jolene are going to talk you through some of the what's keeping Australians entertained, 5 key trends that are happening in sport, travel, and gaming. Always very, very interesting. We see them as the industry leader when it comes to all things research. So without further ado, I'm going to hand over to Dom, who will do a more eloquent way of introducing than me. Dom, over to you.
Thanks so much. Joe, I'll let you kick off.
Thank you, Dom. Thank you, Sam. Hello, everyone. Thank you all for joining us today. I hope you are ready to dive into the latest trends shaping how Australians play, explore, and unwind. From the adrenaline rush of sports to the wanderlust of travel and the immersive worlds in gaming, we have identified the key trends that are making waves right now. And I'm here to share these insights and offer practical strategies to help identify some valuable customer segments you should watch out for and how you can leverage these trends for maximum impact. Thank you again, Sam, for the warm introductions. But for those who have just joined us, I'm Jolene, Senior Trends Analyst at GWI, based here in our sunny Singapore office. Our APAC Sales Director, Dom, is also here to show you how we derive the data you've seen in the webinar today. But first, a little bit about us. I'm sure many of you are really familiar with us, but for those who aren't, GWI is a global customer research platform. And what makes GWI's data so special is that we interview almost 1 million people across 53 markets every year. The research is representative of 2.8 billion internet users. This data shows the world through the lens of how people interpret it, which adds an incredibly useful layer of meaning and often turns out surprising results. In each quarter and in each market, respondents see roughly the same survey, which spans across all points of interest in a consumer's life, giving us over 250,000 profiling points to cross-analyze, all on demand. And that allows us to view the world through the eyes of almost any audience, no matter how granular. Here at GWI, we make market research easily accessible to everyone, no matter their level of expertise. So you can get the answers you need in the moment you need them. No hassle, no overcomplication. Best of all, it's all pumped into one SaaS platform that's simple to access and even simpler to use. It's not just any platform though. It's one that is built to make your job as easy as possible and to save you some serious time. And if you want even deeper insights into your target audience, we've got you covered too. Ask any question you like with our custom research solution. We re-interview the consumers who take part in our flagship survey. Your consumers may appear to be complicated, but our entire purpose is to make it simple for you to understand them. Now that you know a little bit more about us, let's get into uncovering some key trends in what's keeping Aussies entertained in 2024. You've probably heard that women's sports have gained traction in recent years, or perhaps you're even a fan yourself. As societal view on gender evolve, there's a growing interest in women's sports as part of a broader cultural shift towards inclusivity and diversity. But this surge in popularity is not just about inclusivity. It's a testament to the incredible talent, dedication, and thrilling performances of female athletes. Their achievements are capturing the attention and admirations of audiences worldwide, driving a deeper appreciation and growing interest in women's sports. Supporting women's sports is a way to promote gender equality and challenge stereotypes. So you might assume that Gen Z, known for their socially consciousness, will be the biggest supporters. And it might be surprising to learn that the actual biggest fans of women's sports are not the Gen Zs, but the older generations like baby boomers and Gen X. They are the largest by proportion and the fastest growing demographic. 45% of baby boomer fans in Australia are fans of women's sports. We've seen a 5% year-on-year increase in baby boomers who follow women's sports and a 9% increase for Gen X. Baby boomer women's sports fans are socially active, health conscious, environmentally aware, and value authenticity and equality. With the strong sense of community, they often seek activities that connect them with others. Over 4 in 5 believe sports bring people from different backgrounds together, and they're 60% more likely to believe sports organizations and athletes should support local communities. They're not just passive sports viewers, they are actively engaging with women's sports content online and offline. The strong engagement of baby boomers with women's sports presents a significant opportunity for brands and marketers. This demographic not only represents a large segment of women's sports fans, but they also possess the highest purchasing powers among all age groups, despite often receiving less attention than younger generations. Baby boomers' substantial financial resources make them a valuable target segment. Their engagement with women's sports is not just about watching sports. It reflects deeper values and interests that can be tapped into for effective marketing. And it goes without saying, but brands targeting this demographic should focus on community engagement, health and wellness, and inclusive messaging. And we already gave a spoiler to this, but it's not just women who support women's sports. 58% of women's sports fans are male, compared to the more equal divide of 53% in general sports fans. Well, I know what you're thinking, and I can't really attest to everyone's intentions, but this also demonstrates that women's sports are not just niche. Women's sports have a broad appeal that transcends not just generations, but also gender boundaries and can attract a diverse audience. Media coverage and marketing of women's sports have significantly improved, making them more accessible and appealing to a wider audience, drawing in new fans who might have previously been indifferent. Next, please. Thanks, Tom. I must say, generational differences in sports preferences are quite fascinating. Baby boomers' attachment to cricket and tennis reflects their love for sports with deep roots and a rich history in Australia. These sports have been a staple in their lives, bringing communities together and fostering a sense of tradition. On the other hand, the rising popularity of soccer and basketball among the general women's sports fans highlights the influence of global sports trends and shifting cultural landscape. So what's driving this change? A mix of smart marketing strategies and initiatives targeting younger and more diverse audience. Take soccer, for example. Increased media coverage, high-profile tournaments like the FIFA Women's World Cup, and more broadcasts of women's soccer leagues have significantly raised the sport's visibility. Stellar performances by female soccer players and teams have created new role models, inspiring a growing fan base. Women's sports are no longer niche. They are attracting a diverse and engaged audience. But that doesn't mean that there aren't distinctive traits within the segments of women's sports fans. To effectively engage with each demographic, we should still tailor our strategies accordingly to craft campaigns that not only capture attention, but also build long-lasting relationships. It's all about making these fans feel seen, heard, and valued by resonating with them on a deeper level. Next, please. Thanks, Dom. Australia has a long-standing love affair with sports, and this passion has naturally extended into the realm of sports betting. Online betting in Australia turns over a staggering 50 billion a year. This is fueled by the integration of advanced technology and the increasing popularity of mobile betting apps. Australians may not be the biggest gamblers globally, but they top the charts in APAC when it comes to betting on sports, especially online. The bulk of online gambling in Australia revolves around sports, with Australians being 68% more likely to bet on sports online than their APAC counterparts. They are also more inclined to play the lottery, but shows less interest in any other forms of gambling. This high level of engagement can be attributed to Australia being one of the first countries to legalize online gambling. Next slide, please. Thank you. Now let's talk about who's placing these bets. Gen Z stand out as the most invested in online sports betting. Don't worry, we are discussing Gen Z age 21 and above here. So, why is Gen Z so engaged in online sports betting? Convenience play a major role. Growing up with smartphones and high-speed internet, they are accustomed to having information and services at their fingertips. Online sports betting platforms provide the ease of betting anytime, anywhere, perfectly aligning with their on-the-go lifestyle. The excitement and engagement offered by online platforms are unparalleled. Features like live betting, where bets can be placed in real time during sports events, adds a dimension of thrill to the experience. Interactive and immersive elements such as live streams, real-time stats, and social betting, where users can share their bets and insights with friends, resonate strongly with this generation. The integration of gamification elements also draws Gen Z into online sports betting. Leaderboards, achievements, and rewards systems that always keep gamers returning for more also makes betting more engaging and rewarding. Sports bettors are more than just gamblers. They are passionate fans who live and breathe sports. According to our study, sports bettors are almost 2 times more likely to follow more than 10 sports. Furthermore, their passion extends beyond just watching sports. They're actively seeking to own a piece of the sports world for themselves. These bettors are over 1.5 times more likely to purchase sports-related collectibles and merchandise. And these purchases reflects their dedication and strong emotional investment. Sports bettors are also more likely to engage with a variety of sports content regularly, from official to familiar content. This consistent engagement with sports media creates a significant opportunity for us to connect with this group of highly invested audience. So what does this mean for us? Beyond the specifics of sports betting, this segment shows a high level of engagement and devotion that can be valuable even outside of sports betting. Engaging with their interests more effectively captures their attention and significantly boosts brand visibility that eventually leads to meaningful brand connections, especially for younger audience like the Gen Z who have a strong online presence and strive on interactive and engaging content. Moreover, the strategies used in sports betting can be effectively adapted to other areas. Incorporating interactive elements like live updates and real-time interactions can add a layer of excitement and engagement and create more captivating and rewarding experiences that effectively draws in our audience. Speaking of games, we are seeing a strong comeback in gaming following a deep post-pandemic period. People were bored staying at home during the pandemic lockdowns, and many pick up gaming with their extra free time. But as people return to their normal busy lifestyles post-pandemic, we saw a dip in gaming. However, now gaming is witnessing a comeback. Mobile games readily available on smartphones offer an easy entry point to all ages and makes gaming accessible to a wider audience. So it's no surprise that mobile gaming continues to dominate the landscape with a 14% year-on-year increase driven by its accessibility. However, what's truly worth noticing is a remarkable 25% increase in people picking up console games during the same period. Similar to mobile devices, consoles also offer user-friendly and convenient gaming experiences. The ecosystem of exclusive titles and social features enhances the appeal of consoles, contributing to their resurgence in popularity. This trend signifies a deeper commitment into gaming in general. The pandemic lockdown led to a gaming boom, with many entering through casual mobile gaming. Now, as gamers seek more immersive experiences, they are transitioning to console gaming, which often requires more investment than mobile gaming. While high-end gaming PCs provide superior performances and flexibility, they often require significant investment and regular updates, making them less accessible to casual gamers. Consoles, designed for the ease of use right out of the box with simple setup, processes, and automatic updates, reduce the need for troubleshooting and maintenance. And this makes consoles more affordable and user-friendly. Younger generations are the biggest console fans, with over half of Gen Z and millennials playing on console. But when we look at the fastest growing demographic in console gaming, again, it's the baby boomers. Traditionally, they are viewed as less tech-savvy, but this demographic is now embracing console gaming at a remarkable rate. As baby boomers become more comfortable with technology, their willingness to explore new forms of entertainment is increasing. This shift often opens up new opportunities for game developers and marketers to create games and campaigns that cater specifically to the interests and needs of this demographic, who are unfortunately often sidelined. Consoles offer ease of use and high quality gaming experiences. The plug and play nature of consoles means that they can start playing almost immediately without the needs of extensive setup or technical knowledge. They offer an accessible entry point with the added benefits of larger screens and superior graphics, enhancing their overall gaming experience. The rise of console gaming across all age groups signifies a broader acceptance and integration of gaming into everyday life. While Gen Z and millennials continue to lead the charge, the rapid adoption by baby boomers adds a surprising but welcome twist. This underscores the broadening appeal of console gaming and presents exciting opportunities for brands and developers to connect with a wider, more varied audience. Console gamers are deeply embedded in the brand ecosystem and show a higher tendency to engage in various brand-related activities compared to the average gamer. They are not just passive consumers, but active participants. They are community-oriented, socially active online, eager to contribute, and values the communities that shares their interest. These gamers engage with brands by sharing or creating content on social media and frequently provides ideas for new campaigns or designs. They are driven by communities that share their interests, fostering a strong sense of belonging and loyalty. By tapping into this passionate and interactive and demographic, brands can amplify their reach, foster authenticity, and build long-term loyalty through strategic engagement and user-generated content. Next slide, please. Thanks, Tom. So what does this all mean for us? The resurgence of console gaming offers a unique opportunity to connect with a highly engaged and passionate audience. Console gamers are not just playing games. They are actively participating in the gaming culture, creating content, and shaping the gaming landscape. This makes them a prime target for brands looking to connect with looking to build strong, authentic connections. While gaming can be a great way to distress, busy schedules and economic considerations are driving a surge in mini getaways, with more Australian travellers planning short international trips. The growing interest in these brief escapes is fueled by the ease and affordability of short-haul travel. This trend reflects broader lifestyle changes as people seek frequent, quick getaways to balance their busy post-lockdown lives. In contrast, there's been a significant drop in planning for extended international vacations, especially those lasting for more than a week. We often see Australian travellers being more cost-conscious when it comes to travel compared to our global counterparts. The higher costs associated with longer stays can be a deterrent, as travellers must not only budget for accommodation and meals, but also for additional activities. Planning these trips can be more complex, involving detailed itineraries, greater time off work, and concerns about managing responsibilities back home. One factor contributing to this trend is the changing work patterns, particularly in the rise of remote work. With the ability to work from anywhere, people now have the flexibility to combine work and leisure, turning short trips into workations. This flexibility allows travelers to take advantage of off-peak travel times, reducing costs and avoiding crowds. Additionally, the modern work environment often emphasizes productivity and mental health, making frequent short breaks a practical way to prevent burnout and maintain a healthy work-life balance. Health and wellness are also major drivers behind the popularities of mini getaways. Regular short breaks are recognized for their mental health benefits, reducing stress, improving mood, and enhancing overall well-being. The current emphasis on mental health makes these trips even more appealing. Many mini getaways focus on wellness activities like hiking, yoga, spa weekends, promoting physical health, and offer a holistic travel experience. And we know that travelers are taking mini breaks. They are primarily for relaxation and new experiences that these trips offer. These short trips provide a quick and effective escape from daily stress, allowing individuals to recharge without taking extended time off work, and the approach resonates with today's time-conscious and experience-hungry travelers. Our study highlights a rising need for people to unwind and escape everyday pressures. Over the past 5 years, more individuals report anxiety and feeling overworked, underscoring the mental and emotional toil of modern lifestyle where constant productivity and connectivity are the norm. Despite increasing stress levels, the desire to explore the world remains strong. After an initial dip in travel, after the post-pandemic travel boom, there is now a renewed interest in travel. People still see travel as a key way to relax and rejuvenate, with exploring new places and experiencing different cultures, providing much needed mental refreshment. Mini getaways are emerging as the ideal solution to these trends. They offer a quick, affordable, effective way to decompress and recharge, catering to modern travelers who want frequent escapes without the complexity of longer vacations. As people juggle busy schedules and work pressures, the popularity of mini getaway is likely to continue growing and offer valuable outlets for relaxation and mental well-being. Mini getaways are a budget-friendly way to unwind. These short trips allow travelers to experience new scenery and culture without the financial investment of longer vacations. More travelers on mini getaways opt for low-cost options and spend less than they usually do on trips. Budget airlines, affordable accommodations, and shorter stays make these getaways more cost-effective and attractive. Again, this underscores the evolving nature of travel behavior, aligning with the modern lifestyle where people seek frequent brief escapes to balance their busy schedules. The rising rate of anxiety and overwork highlights the necessity for these regular short breaks that provide mental and physical rejuvenation. This changing travel behavior reflects a broader lifestyle shift towards flexibility, wellness, and the pursuit of meaningful experiences. We've seen how budget constraints lead travelers to mini getaways. Now, let's explore the other end of the spectrum, luxury travel. Today's luxury travelers are prioritizing sustainability. They are actively seeking ways to reduce their environmental impact, support local economies, and choose providers with strong sustainability policies. This shifts calls for experiences that make a positive difference. However, it comes with an interesting caveat that we'll be discussing later. Luxury travelers are increasingly focused on green travel, looking for ways to minimize their environmental footprint while supporting local communities. They are setting a new standard for responsible travel, proving that luxury and eco-consciousness can go hand in hand. High-end travelers seek novel experiences that stand out, and sustainable travel often offer these unique opportunities, such as exclusive eco-tours, innovative green hotels, and conservative projects. As we can expect, luxury travelers tend to buy premium versions of product and extend this preference to their travel choices. Sustainable travel offerings are often seen as premium experiences that add value and distinction to their travels. And here comes the caveat. They are not willing to sacrifice the experience for sustainability. As you can see on the chart, the only thing they're not more likely to choose in terms of being more eco-conscious in their travels is limiting themselves to non-touristy destinations. They are still going to visit the tourist hotspots, even if over-tourism can cause a strain to the environment. And we have more evidence to prove this. Helping the environment and paying for more eco-friendly options are not just standout traits of high spenders in their daily lives. Sustainability only becomes a focal point for high-end travelers during their vacations. When traveling, the environmental impact becomes more visible and tangible for high-end travelers. For example, visiting pristine natural landscape and interacting with endangered wildlife heightens their awareness and commitment to conservative efforts. Experiencing these fragile environments firsthand fosters a strong dedication to sustainable practices. However, it's crucial to address that while high-end travelers are indeed more likely to demand green travel options, the overall experience remains the more significant motivator. This suggests that an attitude behavior gap exists where the intention to travel sustainably doesn't always align with their everyday actions. Social status and personal branding plays a part in explaining this discrepancy in behavior. Today, sustainable travel can be a marker of social status and personal values. High-end travelers often view sustainable travel as an extension of their personal brand, showcasing their commitment to responsible behavior. The availability of information also allows more informed and eco-conscious decisions. People tend to do more research when they splurge. And in a competitive luxury travel market, sustainability can be a key differentiator. Luxury brands often highlight their sustainability initiatives to stand out. High-end travelers seek these unique and exclusive experiences, and these eco-friendly travel options can provide an additional layer of distinction. While luxury travelers may not prioritize eco-friendly options in their daily lives, the context of travel brings different motivations into play. Understanding the underlying reasons behind people's behavior often requires multiple perspectives. High-end travelers are primarily driven by the pursuit of unique and premium experiences, and they are willing to splurge because of these unique and meaningful adventures. And that's all we have for today. We've covered some lifestyle and entertainment trends in Australia right now. We've seen how baby boomers are leading the way in women's sports fandom and the need for brands to focus on community engagement and inclusive messaging with this group. Gen Z showed the highest investment in online sports betting, driven by the convenience and interactive features. Console gaming's popularity is booming across generations. We've also looked at the growing popularities of mini getaways, driven by busy schedules and the need for budget-friendly escapes. Lastly, we've touched on how luxury travelers are prioritizing sustainability, but more focused on the unique experiences they offer. We hope you've enjoyed some key sports travel gaming trends with us today. Now I'd like to hand over the time to Dom, who will be taking you on a demo tour of our platform. Over to you, Dom.
Thanks, Joe. That was really good. So thought it'd be a great idea to show you actually how we can use the platform and how you create your target audiences and how you actually analyze the data yourself. So I'm just going to jump into the travel dashboard. And so this is looking at a pre-made dashboard focused on luxury travel behaviors. So a few things to mention here. You can actually show how we've actually created the audience and how we've determined specifically domestic vacation spend, going from high cost that they spend usually less than they usually spend, right through to kind of low cost as well. So this is also looking at vacation spend internationally and domestically. Another interesting feature is the Australia data. So you can actually pick your market there. In addition to that, you can actually look at how we've broken down those particular charts. So you've got different areas that you can look at. So this is looking at the audience percentage, but we can also look at the indexing rate as well. So you're comparing this audience with the rest of Australia. As you scroll through the dashboard, you've got information on things like self-perceptions. You've got information on how important travel is to these luxury fashion buyers, as well as how you can compare from, paying less for non-eco-friendly versions or paying for eco-friendly products as well. This is an interesting chart showing over-indexing. So you're 21.6% more likely to actively look to limit the impact of your travel for the environment. So just jumping back to the travel dashboard, we've also got the ability to look at sports data as well. So this is actually in a chart format, and we can further segment our target audiences here. So you're actually comparing, women's sports fans, baby boomers, compared to general sports fans as well. And we can see how it's kind of trended over a period of the last year. And you can look at something like Aussie rules, and you can see how that's increased, year on year. In addition to that, you've got the ability to look at the travel dashboard, which is also looking at gaming information as well. And so this particular example is looking at games consoles and how different individuals are using different devices. And so you can further segment your target audiences here as well. In addition to that, you've got the ability to analyze all of your target audiences within the user-friendly platform. So if anyone's got any questions, let me know. And yeah, very happy to take you for a more extensive demo of the platform.
Any questions, guys? Sometimes, and quite often, and more often than not, there are no questions, and we connect people post the event should they need anything. So it looks like not. So thank you very much. Dom and Jolene, thank you very much for your time, and GWI for your support of the independent sector. Final reminder, salary surveys out there, guys. Pitchcella, the 18th of September. It's going to be in your diary soon, so make sure you are there for that. The FLOT, the Female Leaders of Tomorrow, call out if you have a staff member that is considering that, would love to hear from them. Also, if you know a CMO that's out there, would love to hear from them. And then finally, Melbourne, 17th of October, put in your diary. It's going to be a cracking event down there. We'll see you soon. And for those attending the Women in Media Awards by B&T this Friday night, we look forward to seeing you there. Come and say hello. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a great week. Cheers. Thank you, Dom. Thanks, Julie. Thanks, GWI.